Hello everyone, my name is DIXIT and this is my channel Pen Test Diaries. So today I'll give you a walkthrough of one of the retired machine of HackTheBox. The name of the machine is RouterSpace and it's an easy machine. I'll try to cover all the steps for it, and in this machine itself we are using a APK. We'll try to make it a simulator on a base machine itself, so everything we'll try to get it covered in this video. So let me go to the system now and I'll try to get it solve this machine. So before proceeding further in this video, so first of all, this is my technical blog where you can get all the write-up, whatever the things I have published it so far from my site, everything you can get it from my technical blog. And this is my technical channel where you can get all the walkthrough in the video format. Okay, so you can get those it is about it from my technical channel itself. Now we are solving one of the machine that the name of the machine is RouterSpace. Okay, so what we're supposed to do, it's an easy machine. So we'll start with the nmap first and try to understand what exactly type of stuff we can get it out of it. So I think let me check the IP address. Is it the same IP address which we're looking for? I think it's 11.148. That's perfect. Let me wait for the output and then we'll proceed further with that. So as we can see the output, so a couple of ports is open. Port 22 and port 80 is enabled on this. Okay, so that's initial stuff which we're getting it from the target machine. So what's the next step for it which we're supposed to do? I think for port 80 we'll try to get it access this directly on a browser. Try to access it. I think it's 148. So let me wait for the output. It's port 80, so that was one of the things which we can get it out of it. Okay, so now what we have to do, I think there is a download section is over here, and by which we can download this APK file. I have already downloaded on my system. There is no need to download it once again. So that's a part of the APK file which we can get it from the browser. Then I'll go to the terminal once again. Let me clear it and let me check that what exactly the extension, I can say that type of the file is it. So we'll just have to see that also. So it's a APK file itself. Okay, we can extract that also. So let me try to extract it using unzip. So as it's already available, so let me type this all and it will extract everything. Okay, so now we have extracted everything, whatever the stuffs we have it inside of that APK file. Now what's the next step for it? So the next step is we are using one of the tool is APK tool, and by that way we try to decode it. Okay, these are the initial things which I'm doing it from my side just for the analysis purpose. I know that couple of things is not utilized for getting the initial flag or the final flag, but still what I'll try to do it, and these are the possibility. Like this is not at all be a point like I just have to demonstrate the stuffs which is required for this machine itself. These are the stuffs which is a basic one which we have to do it whenever we are getting any APK file. So I've done with that. I think it's already exists. That was the reason I'm getting that point. Okay, so now what we have to do, even mob SF is one of the thing which we have to use it, and using the mob SF, I think let me try whether I have that mob SF or not. Mobile mob SF is there. We try to see whether it's there or not. Okay, let me run with that. Run sh. I think it will allow me to get it login. Let me go to the browser once again and let me open this. Okay, now it will open the mob SF for you. Let me browse that file where we have that. I think it's router. Okay, yeah, that file is here. Let me minimize it, go to the end of it. Router APK, yeah, this one. Let me drag it and paste it over here, and now we have to wait for the analysis. So as we have done with the analysis, so this is a signed APK. Okay, what else we can get it over here? So we can get the host entry also, which we're supposed to do it on our local machine itself, which we're supposed to do it. Okay, I think that's the stuff which we are looking for it from this. Okay, that's it. So what we have to do now, we'll just go to the another section of the terminal. Okay, and let me try to access this. So I have already put the entry from my side. I'll just get it validated once again. So this is the entry I have already did from my side. What else we have to do it? So now To install this, to get it simulate, like Jellymotion is also one other thing which we can use it, but over here I'm using this as the one through which I can try to get it install this APK file. And simulation, I can say that simulation I'm doing it from with ANBox. So I have did that already. I have already installed on my system, so I do not require it. Now these are the commands which you have to do it to get it configured that appropriately, so that it's get configured on your Linux machine. And once it's done, then only we'll proceed further for it to done with that. We just have to get it installed using the ADBA. We just try to get it installed this APK file on a simulation. Okay, so let me try to get it configure these commands. These are the straightforward commands, you have to use it. I'm not explaining these commands. Okay, these are the commands you required it just to get it configured this on your Kali machine. Okay, so these are the steps you have to take it. Now to fire this command. Now what we have to do? Now we have to do, there is Android AMD64 IMG file which we require it. Okay, so I'm just trying to get it downloaded and wait for that to get it downloaded completely. Okay, it will take some time. So as we have downloaded this IMG file, okay, this is required for us. Now we just simply have to get it, transfer this to appropriate location, and I'm doing that. Okay, once you're done with that, now what we have to do, we simply have to restart the services of ANBbox. Till yet we are just configuring the ANBbox. Okay, so these are the steps we require to get it configured on your system. Once you're done with that, you simply have to restart it. Now what we have to do, we simply have to start the ANBbox, and this is a straightforward command. You can get it from the portals also. You simply have to run this command. Okay, so I think it's not get it connected with the ANBbox. So let me try to open the ANBbox directly. I think this is over here. Once I try to get it, access it, I think it will take some time. So as you can see that we can able to load ANBbox. Like we are facing some issue with the terminal, but if you're trying to get it access directly from the GUI mode, you can get it access. Now what's the next step for it? We'll try to install the ADB, and through which I'll try to get it install the APK file which we exactly looking for it. Okay, so let me try to get install this package which is already installed on my system. Now we'll just try to see like whether any devices get it indicated, as we have already started the simulator, so we can able to see a simulation over here. It's look like offline over here. We'll just try to make it that online. I think wait for a minute. I think it looks like offline itself. I'll try to make it this online. So there's a slight change in this. What exactly is happening, like normally this configuration of inbox, we have to do it with the less privilege other than the root. So that was the reason. Unfortunately last time I did that with the root privileges. So that's the thing, we have to come out of the root, and we have to configure the same thing once again with these same command. We have to fire it with the lower privilege, that's I'm using as a Kali. Okay, and I have to do the same thing, and once we start it, so it will work for us. And now you can see this is the screen for us which we're looking for it. So now what we have to do, we'll just go for the next step. Now I'll simply try to enable this. I'll just try to see like ADB devices. Last time we just see like it's a offline. Now it will show you that's a devices. Okay, so now we can use it directly. So I'll just fire this command, and I already have the APK file with me. So let me run this, and I think it will work. Yeah, we can see it's a success. Now I'll go to this once again, and I can see over here it's present over here. Okay, what I'll do in the meantime, let me try to start -nlvp 8000, and it's already consumed. Okay, so let me try to make it 1. I think that is sufficient. Okay, this is the listener which you have to start it from your side. Okay, and there's one more thing, we have to set the gateway also for it. Let me try to see it once. So let me try to trigger it once again, and I feel like I can get some output. Okay, so what I'll do over here, I'll just tell you that also. Okay, so this is the thing which you have to do it from your side, and this by this way the proxy will set it, and whenever you click on that application, it's automatically forwarding the traffic to your base machine, and that's you can get the hit. Okay, so this is also one of the thing which you're looking for it, which you have to get it configure on your base machine. By that way only you can get the output accordingly. Okay, so let me paste it the stuffs on my end so that I'll have that on my record. Just give me a minute, let me try to get it, copy that. Okay, yeah, perfect. So now once you hit with that, you can get the output over here, and this is the link which you're getting it, which you're looking for it. Okay, so now what we have to do, we'll just go proceed further with that, and I'll try to fire the command, the same link. I'll try to get it, fire it with a customized one, and I'm using in such a way. Okay, so you simply have to fire this command, and sorry, I'm not using that complete one. Let me remove that. I'm not using that one. It's better to remove it. Okay, let me try to clear it. It's better. So we'll simply have to fire this. Okay, and over here you can see that this is the URL which you're getting it over here, and this is a content type and user agent. Okay, let me trigger it, and I can see it's undefined. Okay, that's one of the things which you're supposed to get it out of it. Now I'll trigger it with the next command, and I'm looking for who am I out of it. Okay, along with that, for the local host, I'm looking for the who am I, what exactly, along with that we can get it. So I can see Paul is the user for it, by which we can get it. Okay, now next step for it, we'll try to see the user.txt file also. Can we get the output of it, and can we fetch the content of user.txt or not? Let me trigger it, and I can able to see that content. Okay, so that's one of the thing. Now what I do, I will simply try to access this section, and this is my SSH public key. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just copy this and forward this to my section, like to the target machine, and then I'll try to get it login with that. So what I'll do, I'll simply copy this command, and over here I'll explain you each and everything. So let me paste this. Okay, over here you can see that I'll simply have to go to this section echo. Like once you put with that, you would have to put a single code, and then you have to put echo, and the same complete content you have to paste it over here. And where exactly you get it copy, it's home, user is a Paul.ssh/authorize_key, and that's it. Once I'll trigger with that, it will give you output like this. Okay, that's it. Now what we have to do, I'll simply have to try to go to this section. I think Jennifer is not the user, it's from the previous records we are getting it. Paul@routerspace.htb. I think this will work for me. Just wait for the output. Yeah, we can get that. So you can able to see over here we are instead of the Paul. Now let me see like what's the person directory. Okay, it's a Paul home directory. I can able to see the user.txt content. That's it. Now what we have to do, so I'll go to the temp folder. I'm not sure whether I have the file over here or not. Yeah, I already have the file. So I have already copied this file earlier also, so that's already present, so there is no need for, otherwise you have to run the Python simple HTTP server on your base machine, and by that way you just have to get it copy. It's already present over here, so there is no need to get it copy, and I'll simply run this. Once I run with that, I'm getting the output, and what's the actual thing which I'm looking for it, exploit. So I think this is the one. It's 3156. 3156 is the exploit which I'm looking for it. Yeah, 3156 is the exploit which I'm looking for it. Okay, so what's the next step for it? Once we came to know about the exploit and everything, I'll try to search it directly on GitHub, and this is the output I'm getting it. Okay, let me try to show you that. So this is the exploit which we're trying to use it over here directly. Okay, so even I think a clone is over there or not. Let me see that if clone is also present, so there is no need for me to make that again. I think clone is also present. So I have already provided the command in my write-up, so you can take it directly, but as the files is already present over there, is no need to get it copy once again. Okay, it's a straightforward command of scp, you have to run it. Like over here wget will not work for you appropriately, so that was the reason scp is along with a private key, you have to run it, and by that way you can get it, copy the content inside of the temp folder. So I have already provided the command. In my case, as it's not deleted earlier, so that was the reason I'm not copying it once again to replicate or duplicate the file. So it's better for me, I'll just simply go to this section and I'll just simply write make, as I already did that make earlier, so that was the reason file is already exist. Okay, now I'll just change the permission 777 and I'll just make it exploit. Now I'll just run this and I'm reroute. Okay, I can able to see the root.txt file, and this is the content of it. Okay, so I'll explain you once again the complete stuffs what I have covered in this video itself. Okay, so the thing is, we start with the nmap, and by that way we just came to know about it. Like port 80 and port 22 is enabled over there itself. Port 80 is the first initial point for us to just see like what exactly the stuff we can get it on a browser. By that we can came to know there's a APK file is present over there. We'll download that file, try to see the file extension. Along with that we'll try to see the file type. Once we came to know about it, we'll try to unzip it. By that way also we are not getting anything appropriately. Then I'll try to get it configure a simulator, that's in box on my base machine itself. Couple of twists over here itself in the video itself, you can see that. So you have to make sure like you have to get it configure the inbox with a low privilege than the root. Once you're done with that, we'll just have to proceed further and try to get it execute and try to get it install the APK file with the ADB. Once you're done with that, then you just simply have to try to get it execute with that check. Once you get it execute, try to make it a proxy also on a base machine. It's forwarding a traffic, you just get the link. Then by that way we'll try to simulate couple of things from our side, a couple of modification in the URL itself with the curl command, and we can get the output appropriately. We can able to fetch the content of who am I also, that's a poll user, even a user.txt content also we can fetch it out of it. Once we're done with that, we feel like it's better for us to pass the SSH public key also, which we have it of our base machine itself. I'll try to get it past that, and I can get it pass it, and I can get the successful output. Once we're done with that, we'll try to get it logged with the private key of the same user and of the base machine itself, and by that way we can get it logged in inside of the poll. Once we go inside of it, we can able to see a user.txt file, as we have the privileges of a poll user. Now the next step is for it, like we'll just try with the exploit identifier. We just trying to run it. We'll try to get it download on a temp folder using scp. scp is the only way by which you can get it copy the content inside of your target machine. As wget I have tried couple of times, but it's not working over here. Okay, so that's one of the thing. Once you're done with that, you'll simply have to run it. By that way there is a 1cv id 3156 we just came to know about it. We'll try to explore that the content. We'll try to get it clone on your base machine. Then I'll try to get it copy that using the scp to my target machine, make that. Then I'll try to get it change the permission and try to run it. Once you're done with that, we become a root, and then we can able to see the content of the root.txt file. That's all about the stuff. We just want to get it covered in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. If you like to provide your feedback, you can provide your feedback in the comment section of this video. If you like to connect me, you can connect me on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn profile link I'll provide in the description section of this video. And if you feel like you just want to discuss something different and you have some different reference point for it, definitely you can contact me. I will provide you some reference link for it. Okay, thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.